I feel very overdue for recreating another Chappell Roan makeup look. I've had this one pinned for quite a while. It goes against a lot of things that I tend to turn to in my makeup, so we're really going out of my comfort zone today. Got a cut crease, bold contrasting colors, elongated eyeliner, and just generally a very bold and colorful look. So I'm really excited. Maybe I'll learn something new along the way, and let's get into it. So I've already done my foundation today. It's just really standard foundation, whatever suits your skin tone, because she's not doing that like pale face paint type of face for this makeup look. And brows are just a touch elongated this way. I might even like re-emphasize that at the end. So let's get right into the eyes. I'm going to go in with like a sort of mid-tone but bright pink. This is from the Unearthly Strawberry Milkshake palette. Just going in with a pretty fluffy brush here. And starting this in the crease and bringing it all the way, swiping into the inner corner. This is kind of the perfect starting shade for this look because I see like a gradient of pink, and this is like just the perfect in-between. You can like sheer it out for a lighter pink and then kind of build it up for a more intense pink. What I'm gonna do is basically with a lot of these steps sort of follow the lines of my brow and the lines of like my eye in this like shape, almost like a soft wave, and starting to sweep out. We can go quite far with this, a lot farther than I normally go with my eyeshadow. Taking that same pink and bringing it to the lower lash line. Don't really have to do anything really too precise here because it's going to be deepened up. Just get that pink laid down there before moving on to the next shade. I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette and go in with a pink that's got a little bit more depth to it. It's a little bit more bright fuchsia. And with a smaller brush, like starting to get a bit more of a line happening. It's not like a liner, but we have quite a distinct kind of darker pink. What I do love sometimes about trying out a Chappell look is just how freeing it is. And I've said this before because you just like, it can be kind of messy. Even though it's like highly skilled and interesting and intricate, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's so costumey, right? And now the third pink, just for that extra depth, back into this first palette here. This looks like a red, but it can translate kind of pink still, especially blended in with these other pinks, and just that extra layer of depth. Sort of right above the crease. By crease, I mean like where my eyes like naturally fold, just like right above that. And bring that all the way into the inner corner. I'm going to take this one on the lower lash line too, to start to add a little bit more of the depth that's happening there. Sometimes with any kind of like cut crease or more precise thing happening here, it can be helpful to like look down into the mirror. And you can see the line better than when your eyes are like folding a bit more, you know? Time to cut the crease. What you want for this type of makeup technique is either or both and a makeup remover or like a really bright full coverage concealer, because basically we want to block out the lower part of the eye following the same look, but like kind of get rid of a bit of the blend of the pink or just the color of the eyelid to like make room for that bright turquoise. So I'm going in with this Danessa Myricks foundation concealer kind of hybrid. It's quite full coverage. I have two types of brushes. They're both like flat style paddle brushes, and one's quite a bit smaller, one's larger. The smaller one will be for really getting the details, and then I can use the larger one for kind of the bulk of the lid here. And this is a good time to look down into the mirror once again. I feel like cut creases were like all the rage just before I started getting into makeup. And like Chappell is bringing back the cut crease. And drag culture, of course. And I'm taking that larger brush now, and that can be used like this part of the lid. Also keeping my lid like closed and look down while it's drying so that it doesn't start creasing and ruining the kind of sharper line. Going into the teal now, I have this palette from Kaleidos, the Flower Punk palette, and this shade here looks like a great matte, and this shimmer looks like it's going to be perfect too. Once again, going in with one of those more flat style brushes so I can be more precise with my application of this green, and stamping this on top of the cut crease, bringing that out in that wave shape. So using that small brush again to get like right along the line there. Now, cut creases are not my specialty by any means, so kudos to you if you can get one of those super, super sharp cut creases, but I've done my best. Now, just to really get that crease just a touch sharper, I'm gonna go back into that red with like a flat brush. Just bring like a touch more emphasis to that line. I could just stamp it on rather than rub. And I'm also just gonna blend a little bit more, like the lighter pinks. A little bit more of a gradient. Okay, before I go into the liner, time for some shimmer, and this looks perfect for like a lot of focus in the inner corner and then slightly over the green, I think. I'm gonna close my eyes a little and get that in there. I'm not too worried about fallout. Like, it kind of looks like she has little bits of glitter on her face, and like I said, it's kind of part of the look to like be a little bit messy with this. And now I'm gonna place that over the lid. For a little bit of brow bone highlight, you can see just like catching there. I'm gonna go in with the pink shade here. Just place that like there. It's hard to say really what color it is. Could be kind of like a more translucent shimmer, but I think the pink is gonna work. For liner, I'm going to go in with the Rituel de Fille Kohl liner. If I attempted to do liquid liner with this, I'd be definitely in danger of ruining it. But this just has so much playtime. It's like so easy to use, so blendable. So I'm gonna go in with a wing. It goes right pretty much into the inner corner, but quite thinly, nothing major here. Kind of like look down and wedge that there. And then just basically have the liner follow the same wave shape we've been doing since the first step. Kind of a soft, elongated swoop. Kind of goes and it meets up with the pink. And then I'm going to join the base of this upper liner to the lower lash line. Basically, most of the way in. Nothing too dark, but it's definitely there. Okay, I'm going to pop off to do my mascara and lashes. I'll be putting on these pretty bold half lashes at the sides. These are from Vive. Believe it or not, these used to be lashes I wore for every day. It's wild to me. They are so glam. Anyway, I'm going to do that, see how the eyes have come together, and then let's move on to the lips and the blush. Okay, these lashes might be just a touch bold, but I don't really have anything in between. It's either this or like some really soft wispy ones. And yeah, I think when it comes to a chapel look, just like go for it. Go big, always go big. I think I might just add a touch more emphasis to the brow tail just to really go with these like bolder shapes. So just a touch more like thickness here. I feel like her complexion has some warmth to it, so I'm gonna go in with a bronzer, cream bronzer. This is from Vive. Just bring a little bit of shaping to the cheekbone. before I go in with the blush. You know, in this, as I said, she really doesn't have that white face. She looks a bit more lively in the skin. I think I do see a little bit at the temple there. I have two like lip and cheek stains in front of me that I'm gonna use today. It almost looks like she has two blushes going on, like a cool pink and then like a touch of like a warmer pink in the middle. So I may try that. So I'm first gonna go in the shade Splash, which is a cool pink. I think really kind of goes with the pinks of the eye look. And it's a little bit, actually, the pink that looks a little warmer might just be like a cool pink interacting with a bit of bronzer now that I've applied this. Go a little bit more than you think. Yes, I'm now convinced it's just a play of bronzer and blush. A little bit of powder. I really like these kinds of looks when the skin looks a little bit more matte. Kind of brings it to feel a bit more, I don't know, full coverage, very costumey. It's kind of like just leaning into the makeup. There's nothing subtle about anything happening here. And I can't really tell if she's wearing a highlighter, but there is potentially just glitter fallout on her cheek. But once again, let's lean into the makeup. Why not? I'm gonna go in with Rare Beauty Enlighten and just go for a pretty bold cheekbone. Now her lips have like a cool pink in the middle and then like a warm brown to outline. So I'm gonna be using the same shade for the lips. Mostly focusing it on the center because that's where it's showing up the most. And I'm bringing in like my favorite lip liner shade, which I use on the everyday, so it's kind of funny to bring it into this kind of look. But it looks like what she's got on, and this is Rare Beauty Wise. And then there's definitely like a little bit of gloss there in the center, just a clear gloss. Nothing that's gonna change these colors up. This is actually just a hydrating lip oil from Kaleidos. And here's the finished makeup look. This was so much fun. I find that Chappell makeup looks are just a really like fun opportunity to really get out of your comfort zone. If you just want to really play, really try out some new techniques that you might not like use in everyday makeup, but you kind of want to try out some new skill sets and yeah, just colors in general. Like I would never pair these two eyeshadow shades together, but with a Chappell look, it just makes sense, right? And the curlier and bigger you can get your hair, definitely the better. Yeah, I really like this one. This is like my fourth Chappell look now, I think. I've done a couple reels and one other YouTube video. And yeah, like I said, it's just a fun opportunity to do something really different, really just playful, and say you're like, I don't know, going out to a drag show or something. What a great makeup look to channel. This one feels very 80s, I think. Something about these colors that feel like very 80s to me. So anyway, I think that's really it for today. Let me know in the comments down below if you like sort of seeing these Chappell style makeup looks and just kind of like shifting up the content a lot just for fun. Definitely not something I do on the regular looks like this, but I think it can be, yeah, really fun to switch it up. So that's it for today. Toasty, let's take it away. Toasty's like, what have you done with my mother? I don't recognize that lady. As always, thanks for everyone who made it till the very end of the video. Watching till the end is always one of the best things you can do to help support the channel, and you get bonus toast content. You get to see this beautiful angel. So why wouldn't you watch the end, right? And if you like, comment, and subscribe, that also really helps support. And until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of makeup magic, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, witches.